Northwest Boxing 24/7. What's going on, guys? So congratulations to Josh, the Tartan Tornado, Taylor. Epic back and forth battle takes home the WBA, I.B.F, Ring Magazine, and the Muhammad Ali Trophy. There is a new superstar in boxing. Now in the first round, I kind of figured that Regis Prograis would come in just throwing them damn haymakers to the body, right? But it was kind of a filling out round, so Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis were kind of going back and forth, and they were kind of just filling each other out, right? But then I seen by round 2 or 3 that Josh Taylor was going to win this fight. Josh Taylor was the better boxer. Josh Taylor can do everything. He can fight on the outside, he can fight on the inside, the jab, the right hook, the left hook, right? His conditioning on top of all the skill is what makes Josh Taylor a great fighter. Now, Regis Prograis is also a great fighter. He did about a 7 out of a 10. But the thing is, you cannot just come forward throwing haymakers to the body and just be body hunting only when you're fighting a complete fighter like Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor was putting so much pressure, nailing them with precise shots all over, from the head to the body, everywhere, right? Pretty much anywhere he could land. It was pretty much back and forth in the first few rounds until Josh Taylor started to take over. Now don't get me wrong, Regis Prograis, he had his moments. Regis Prograis, he landed some great body shots actually, and he caught Josh Taylor with some good ass hooks up top. He was catching him with some good jabs. Of course, Regis Prograis has a strong jab, and of course JT was feeling that because his eye was all busted up, right? Just like Regis Prograis, both of their right eyes got cut. I believe it was around the 6th round that Regis Prograis, his eye got cut and started bleeding. And you could tell that Regis was not comfortable with the blood dripping down his damn eye, nor his nose, because Josh Taylor was busting his nose up all night as well. So as I said, I mean, it was a competitive fight, but you could see that Josh Taylor was just a few levels above Regis Prograis as far as skill all around. Point blank period. There's no way that Regis Prograis was going to win this fight unless by knockout. So now that Josh Taylor becomes the unified Ring Magazine champion at 140 and becomes a new star in the sport of boxing, where does he go from here? Now Jose Ramirez is the other champion at 140. He holds 2 belts, the WBC and the WBO. So that fight will be for undisputed. The winner of that fight is no doubt top 5 pound for pound and a guaranteed superstar in the sport of boxing. Now, I think that Josh Taylor is already a superstar in the sport of boxing. In fact, he reminds me of Ricky Hatton all over again. And you know who Ricky Hatton fought in his prime? His first defeat? Floyd Money Mayweather. So you want to know who I think Josh Taylor should face next after Jose Ramirez if he beats him? The winner of that fight regardless faces Terrence Bud Crawford at 147 or at 140. And whoever wins out of that fight is no doubt about it the #1 fighter in the world. Now, in my opinion, I believe that Josh Taylor is top 5, one of the best fighters in the world. In fact, I put him above Vasyl Lomachenko, Gennady Golovkin, and Canelo Alvarez, just based off skill alone, okay? Of course, he's better than Errol Spence. We ain't gonna talk about Errol Spence. Errol Spence is not a top 5 pound for pound fighter. I have him somewhere around 7 or 8. This guy right here is something special. I'm telling you guys, this guy is not going to lose anytime soon unless it's against someone like a Terrence Crawford. Point blank period. Terrence Crawford versus Josh Taylor is the super fight of this era, not Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Errol Spence is not on Terrence Crawford's level. Josh Taylor is. I'm telling you. Now, the only thing that separates Terrence Crawford and Josh Taylor is that Terrence Crawford gets knockouts. He dominates, right? Josh Taylor, he has a lot of close fights. Yet and still, he wins, right? And he's fighting great or good to great competition. He just beat an undefeated, confident fighter with momentum in his own division, okay? Regis Prograis, he did a good job. And after the fight, he made no excuses. So props to Regis Prograis for not coming up with excuses. But Josh Taylor won this fight convincingly. This dude is the truth. I honestly believe that Josh Taylor is top 5 pound for pound, and you could probably squeeze him in the top 3. Okay, after what Loma did last week, by pretty much giving up his belt to Devin Haney and becoming the franchise champion, that's not something that champions do. I can't see Josh Taylor or a Terrence Crawford Or hell, even an Errol Spence becoming a franchise champion, vacating their belt to not fight a particular fighter. I can't see that happening. But Josh Taylor, with the confidence, the momentum, that fighter spirit, this guy is a true champion, and as I said before, this guy is not to be fucked with. The only person I can see beating a Josh Taylor is Terrence Bud Crawford, and that's about it. All right? But congratulations to Josh Taylor. You can see that he really wanted this win. You know what I'm saying? He got really emotional after the fight. He was crying, going over to his family. He really, really wanted that victory. And what great fighters do is fight the best to become the best and become a Hall of Fame fighter. And what Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis just put on tonight is one of those fights that will be in the Hall of Fame, I promise you. All right? And Regis Prograis has nothing to be worried about because I can still see him beating majority of the guys out there. Even a Jose Ramirez, if Regis Prograis moves up to 147, shit, he'll probably beat Danny Garcia. A lot of those guys, right? All he did was take a defeat to the best. That's it. But this was a great fight. Shout out to DAZN for giving us a great fight, for giving us two undefeated champions going up against each other, the best against the best. And this is exactly what I needed for this weekend. And this is exactly what all of us need in the sport of boxing. All right? Are these type of fights. Tournament fights, the best against the best. Now you see what Josh Taylor did by facing Regis Prograis. So I'm expecting Errol Spence to do the same thing sometime soon and face his rival in Terrence Crawford, because that's what great fighters do. The best are supposed to fight the best. We don't want to see Errol Spence face Danny Garcia. A Sean Porter rematch would be cool, but that's not the priority. The priority is Terrence Bud Crawford. So if Errol Spence wants to be on the same level as a Josh Taylor, as a Terrence Crawford, etc., etc., if he wants to be in that top 5 pound for pound, he's going to have to face Bud, because that's what the greats do. They face the best. So on that note, I just figured I would give you guys my 2 cents. This fight was great. I had to drop some damn post-fight review or something about it because I was just too hyped, all right? And I'm real hyped about Josh Taylor and what the future holds for this new young champion, unified champion. But tell me what you guys think about the fight. Post your comments down below. I will be back pretty soon. I promise I ain't going nowhere. I just been cool off boxing a little bit. All right, but I'll be back, I assure you. So post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. And if you have not already, sub to my channel. It's Northwest Boxing 247 coming at you live. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.